This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by Hayabusa. Save 20% off everything with code HAYANUTS at HayabusaFight.com. Host Papa. Save 20% off hosting with code MMA21. DraftKings. Get a 100% deposit bonus with code MMA Nuts. CheapAir.com. Get $5 off any flight in the U.S. with code MMA CheapAir. DefenseSoap.com. Serious soap for serious athletes. Save 15% off with code MMA Nuts. Hey fans, it's MMA Nuts, episode 268.
268!
My name's Inga Weigelt.
Matt Griffith, MMA show, by my fans, for my fans, we walk the line between serious and Optimus Prime ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
Transformers, robots in disguise. I'm on drugs.
Yes. Many drugs.
Yes. So many. It's great.
Yeah?
Life is good.
Better living through pharmaceuticals?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Extend your life and your penis.
That's right. Yes.
What?
Why not? Sounds good to me.
Gonna do it? Might as well go all the way.
That sounds like it should be a marketing campaign somewhere. I bet you would do very well.
Exactly.
Extend your life and your penis.
MMA Nuts for hire.
Yeah.
We work for...
We'll come up with your slogan for you. No problem. Just ask. We'll make that.
We only do. It's one and done every time.
Yeah.
Like when Ingo cuts the promos for our pre-roll for advertisers.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. It's one and done.
Present.
Perfect every time.
Yeah.
So what's happening, man? It was like a action-packed weekend.
Well, I will say this, that, of course, the UFC event that I don't watch, crazy shit happens, you know.
Well, for the most part, you didn't miss a lot. I just briefly talk about a couple of the other fights. Mark Hunt got his first round knockout, as expected.
Yes.
Not really surprising. Kind of a glancing blow to the back of Bigfoot Silva's head. So that happened.
Sans TRT?
Yeah, that's not a surprise. You off the TRT, the chin goes away, and it is what it is. And then you had Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Valerie Letourneau, and Letourneau looked about 2 weight class sizes bigger than Joanna, and Joanna had a little bit of a tough time fighting her, and it looked like she broke her right hand at some point during the fight, and she ended up getting a decision win. Tough fight.
Yeah, she adjusted, right, from what I read online.
Yeah.
Later in the later rounds, without she was the champ who actually made an adjustment. Go figure.
Hey, what's that about?
And was able to overcome some adversity.
And I mean, we're not gonna pussyfoot, but we're gonna talk about this Rousey and Holm. And first, before we talk about the fight, I want to talk about the weigh-in, because there was a weird exchange between Rhonda and Holly where, Holly's just trying to get her drink on and rehydrate, and she's putting her glass down. And then Rhonda's like trying to come over and bum rush her. And, Dana kind of holds her off. They get up against each other. Somehow Holly's fist is right on her face and kind of pushes her off. And then Rhonda goes full retard on everyone. What's going on here? Do you think it was manufactured, or is she crazy?
I never know, because it always seems like it's so convenient that they have all this beef at the weigh-ins, right before the pay-per-view. But I don't know, she's very sensitive, as we all know.
To light, or just
to anything?
general?
I think emotionally unstable would be another term for it.
Yeah?
And fragile would be yet another term.
She made of glass?
Perhaps.
Handle with care?
Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. She's a bully who doesn't like to be bullied. Is that right?
That sounds
Is that
fair.
another fair assessment?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, but it certainly made for good television, or YouTubing, whatever you want to call it.
It just seemed somewhat out of character. It was completely out of the blue in my book.
Yeah.
And then we get to the fight. And, I'm looking at Rhonda coming in, and, they go to face off. Holly puts her gloves out, the touch gloves. Rhonda, no good! No glove touch! Fuck you, bitch!
That's normal, though.
Right. We're going to play this game again.
I don't think she really touches gloves ever. Does she? Maybe.
I'd have to look
not
back
with
at it.
Misha
No,
Tate.
never with Tate. I don't remember it with Kat, and I'm just going to say no. But this would seem like the fight, because there wasn't this animosity leading up to the fight, so that's where everything was shocking as
Yeah.
to how she was acting.
Weird, right?
And then when she went back to her corner, Rhonda, she had a weird look in her eyes, and I don't know what it was. If it was fear or what, because I think you were the one who said that her mom wasn't at this
No.
for the
First
first
time
fight
ever.
ever.
No mom there. A lot of controversy leading up to this with Edmund and his bankruptcy problems and God knows what else. And as I understand it, she's been incredibly busy. She's on all kinds of TV shows and movies. And I mean, you had said, was it you who said, were you talking about Conor or Rousey about cracking or seeing a crack in the...
A couple chinks in her armor.
Exactly. As we are.
I'll put it back out there.
Maybe even 3.
Right.
So I don't know if it was the whole culmination of everything or if something happened right before, that maybe she had on her mind. Maybe her mom was there and then she left. I don't know. But it seemed odd to me. The whole thing was strange. And I know people are like, oh, you're making excuses. No, I mean, she got her ass beat. Fine. But I'm not saying it would have gone different, but something was off. I don't know what it was.
And her body looked weird. And I'm going to say this, and you can hate me, but her body looks wider than normal. And from a married man, seeing your wife get pregnant and whatnot, she almost looked like she was getting pregnant. I don't know what that is.
Literally,
and I'm not being derogatory.
Moments before she got out, she's like, she's getting impregnated.
But there was an overall different look to her this time. And it's
definitely.
There's a mother...
A glow,
something different.
The ankles,
I don't know where to put it.
Look, we're over analyzing, but
of course.
The first time I really noticed her ankles was in this thing, and I'm going, that's weird. Why are ankles so big? And it just kind of seems strange. And I know that it could be the testing, and she's the most tested, right?
Yeah, she's like I think she's had 7 drug tests. She's by far the most tested person by USADA.
So maybe that's it.
Random drug
part of it there.
No IV rehydrating could be another thing.
But one thing, I know we talked about that, and one thing, I made a post earlier on the Underground asking this question, and someone had mentioned that she if you remember, she was on the Rogan podcast and saying that she doesn't use IVs. She's like a BJ Penn, so doesn't believe in it. So maybe that's true, maybe that's not, I don't know, but she said it, so we have to think that that's true. But she's been on like the Fallon show. She's looked gradually more like thick-ish recently.
Yes.
And it's weird.
It is. So it's just an observation that something's different.
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Physically.
Yes. So now we'll get into the fight.
Thank you.
They get into the fight, and then we could talk about buy rates and all that shit. But let's actually talk about the fight. So, wow. It was just a fucking one-sided destruction from Holly Holm, and what a fucking great game plan. She just stuck to it, and it was a more aggressive plan than I thought, where, she kept the distance. She'd throw like 2 or 3 strikes, circle out, and then just Rhonda just coming in straight lines, and Holly just... Bah, bah, bah.
No head movement. Zero.
No, it's just and you can't do that. And in my book, it looked like a white belt in striking versus a black belt in striking. Yeah. And she just got picked apart every aspect of the game, and to the point where I think Rhonda got hit so many times in the first round. After about 1 minute and 30 seconds, her cardio is gone.
Gas, totally gas.
So in the exchanges, I think the things that impressed me the most was Holm. Like, she got clinched. Got out of it. Got clinched against the cage. Got out of it.
She got taken down, too.
Yeah, there was a takedown at some point.
Almost armbarred.
Rhonda transitioned to her back and was getting the arm and got out of it. It's like, wow, impressive. And gets a takedown on Rousey. Yeah. Picked her up and slammed her down. Yep. And then was smart enough to not fuck around there. Yeah. Back to her feet, and you're playing my game. Yeah. And then we go into the second round, and what happens in between rounds? What does Rhonda's coach... Edmund say to her?
Like, you're doing great, champ. That was, I believe he said something along those lines. Yes. That was his first few words out of his mouth. I'm going, what? No, you're doing terrible. Like, the first thing you should say is like, listen, this is not working. We're going to do this now, okay? You're getting your fucking ass kicked. Like, we're moving to plan B. I didn't hear any of that. It was like more of like, you're doing great. Keep it up, blah, 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 blah. And then I hear Jackson is like a whole opposite thing. Is like, hey, she's going to get more desperate. We're going to do this, this, and that. I'm going, where's the coaching? What is going on? This is a championship fight. Edmund is a fucking fluke. The guy got lucky.
This is like what Rhonda's mom was saying, right?
Yeah.
And a perfect example of a yes man. You don't want a yes man in your corner between rounds. You want someone that's going to give it to you straight and say, listen, here's what's happening. Here's what you need to do to fix it. Not everything is great. Yeah. Everything is awesome. You're not the fucking Lego movie, brother. Give some valid advice.
There was no positive anything from the first round for Ronda's side. So there's no way that guy can sit down and say, hey, you can't even pick one thing and said, this is going well. Nothing was going well. She's getting her ass beat. And she was running around the cage like a freaking crazy person, chasing down Holm and blowing out all her energy and really not doing anything damage-wise in return and just eating shots like to the face. God. Just boom, boom, boom.
An elbow in there, too. And
so, I mean, I was upset. And then, I was definitely shocked what happened immediately in the second round.
And it was awesome. There's some of these, Rhonda comes in to throw a left hook. Holly slips under it. And, Rousey's tripping and falling into the cage. Like, oh, my God, whoa. And then you get that final exchange, and there it is. Here comes the left head kick. Whack.
Yep.
Chunk, face down, a couple hammer fists. I'm going to say it was an early stoppage.
Oh, my God.
Early stoppage, Jacob!
Yeah, it could have been worse. Right?
I can't say that.
Let a Michael Bisping
I'm
rule.
Joking.
Get hit a couple more times.
Yes. Oh, that was brutal.
And she's like, Holm missed her, too. From the replay, you could see. She hit her on the chest a couple times instead of in the face. She missed. She's lucky she missed, but I mean, that was pretty brutal, and, there was no, like, hey, it could have gone another way. It was close.
No, this is one-sided.
Holm got lucky with a lucky shot. Like, no. Nope.
And then you see, like, talk about a difference in champions. Where you contrast Ronda Rousey to Holly Holm. So Ronda's pretty much been disrespectful to all of her opponents, and even after this, she wasn't they didn't do a post-fight interview. She wasn't at the post-fight press conference. Apparently went to the hospital. Everything was fine. Had a plastic surgeon, I guess, to stitch up her lip.
Yep.
She made some comment on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
She said, I just wanted to thank everyone for the love and support. Appreciate the concerns about my health, but I'm fine. As I had mentioned before, I'm going to take a little bit of time, but I'll be back. And
again, no respect for her opponent who just beat her. Hey, congrats, that was a great fight, and good on you for winning. There's another opportunity to
go get some fans.
Yeah, be a little respectful.
there I say.
And I mean, it's always, for me, like having two daughters, it's a great learning, or it's a great tool for me to teach of here's one way not to act as a champion. And then you look at Holly who wins, and she couldn't be more humble, more respectful. I want to post that interview that she did on Fox where she's just crying, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking holding back the tears watching her.
Got a little dusty in there for Matt.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm going to show my daughters that tomorrow, but that is how a champion should act.
Yeah.
And someone to look up to, especially if you're a woman growing up. Perfect role model. So
absolutely. Let me just say this too, because some delusional statements from several places in the post-fight analysis. Edmund, her coach, said, and I quote, I wouldn't say in the striking game she was getting the best of Rhonda, talking about Holm, but I have to watch it again. But we know this was not a striking match. We know that Rhonda is smart enough to take the fight where she's best, and today she did. So I'm not really sure what the fuck he's talking about, but okay. Secondly, Dana White says, it was a very close fight. I have to get together with Joe Silva and Lorenzo, but Rhonda will more than likely get an immediate rematch. Okay, I'm confused.
All right, let me address those in order. So let's start with Edmund.
Yes.
You fucking everyone, both those statements are 100% fucking delusional, and I'm saying fucking delusional on purpose. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
And I'm just, we were talking about this before the show about how Edmund would say he'd bring in the boxers and, Rousey would get the best of them. I'm wondering if he's paid these boxers that come in to not perform well against Rousey, so it inflates her ego to think, wow, I'm really good at striking now. I'm really good at striking.
Could be. I mean, that is one way to approach it, right? Make your confidence is a big thing. So, which is an interesting factor now, because now, she's like the Anderson Silva. She's been dethroned. The mysticality of her being is now gone. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was doing that. I don't know. Maybe it was just like, hey, you're the best. You're the best. That's all it is. You're the best. You're the best.
Because you would think if any boxer got in there that's halfway decent,
Fuck
you
her
would
up.
see that.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw all those gifs of her shadow boxing where it looks like she's never thrown a punch before in her life, where it's like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So, and then the Dana White shit. I mean, why? I'm gonna ask you this because this is gonna bug the shit out of me. If someone has dominated someone 100% of the time, why are we gonna have an immediate rematch?
They don't need to. I think there's multiple problems with that argument too. Is first of all, she needs time to develop and grow if she really wants to be a champ again.
Right.
Because she needs to work on her striking. She needs to get the fuck out of that camp that she's in, which may or may not happen given the fact that this guy's probably going to get sued by the IRS and maybe go to jail.
She might not have a choice, right?
Yeah. So she needs to go some other place. Like maybe go like, I don't know, anywhere. Go to.
I was thinking like maybe. I think Rufus Sport would be an
That'd be
awesome
great.
place for her, but
TriStar.
more than likely that's where she'll
I like
end up, is
TriStar too.
TriStar.
The only problem with TriStar is I think those guys are fairly respectful in general, and her attitude is a little bit fucked up.
I don't know if she'd
So
make it there.
she could end up at the Gracie with the Diaz brothers, which I don't know if that would be good.
She was training off and on there.
Yeah,
so.
I just don't know if that'd be great for her career.
She needs a good role model / mentor, and probably the best one would be going to TriStar.
TriStar, sure.
Hang around GSP.
Yeah,
you know,
a great
See how
champion.
a champion should handle themselves.
Yeah, and she has a lot of experience with the Olympic side stuff, so I think her and George can relate. He's a big, fan of gymnastics and all that stuff, and I'm sure the training mentality is similar, so that could work out for her. I just don't. The rematch makes no damn sense. I think you give Miesha Tate a chance. There's a couple other girls that could get a shot. Let Holm defend the title a couple times.
I agree.
Let Rousey focus on fighting. And I was actually reading something that Boss Rutan posted on Facebook. Did you read that at all today? He made a post sometime this afternoon, and he hadn't really watched the fight. He said he watched it at 3 a.m. or whatever, and didn't have a chance to comment. But he was saying the big problem with her right now is that she's focused so much of her effort and energy into everything else other than fighting that she needs to go back and use basically, because you're a great fighter and a champion, you're able to do movies and TV shows and talk shows and all that stuff. It's not the other way around. So you need to go back to the roots and learn and grow and become a better athlete. But the striking is the number one. She should just do striking for a while.
The kickboxing and not just boxing.
Yes. This is because it was not good. The footwork was terrible. She's running around the cage chasing. I mean, you could see her getting more and more tired. She's just running around like a wild person. And I think it's worked before because girls would stand there and just engage with her, and then boom, you get thrown on your head.
And thrown. Right. Even Miesha Tate, you'd think as smart as she is, a fighter IQ wise, she would just keep going back to the clinch. Please stop that. Stay away from the clinch. And then look what happens. You have to play my game now.
Yeah. Holm stayed calm and just picked her
beautiful.
apart. Elbows, punches, kicks, oblique kicks.
Yeah, she
there was
landed
a spinning side kick or
5 or
something. What do you
6.
call that?
She kicked her in the throat or face with one of those
It's
side
from
kicks.
everywhere, and you could just see Rousey getting more and more frustrated, and just basically just no plan B. It was just this is what we're doing. It's not working. It's going to work eventually. We just keep going. So what else was I going to say?
The other thing is how quickly everybody has turned on Rousey. It's kind of gross.
Yes.
I mean, I get that karma's a motherfucker at times, and you kind of get what you've put out. And wow, I mean, you look at it from the fan perspective, the celebrity perspective. You got Lady Gaga talking shit on her, Donald Trump talking shit. And what is going on? Not a nice person. Glad to see she lost.
I fucking love Donald Trump. He's crazy.
Man, wow. So okay. Crazy. And then I think someone said, "Where's Reebok congratulating Holly Holm? That's your new champion."
Oh, they made a post about Rousey losing. That's about all they said.
That's
classy.
Awesome.
Yep.
You got to accept that you have a new champion now, and she is undefeated.
Sure.
Run with that.
Yeah, why not?
You got a story to sell now. It's not the one you wanted, but you got a new one, and that's part of the game. People lose. And do you think this was the biggest upset in UFC history?
No. I know because it's fresh, everyone's going to say that. I will still say I'm trying to You got like a Sarah
GSP?
Yeah, that's a big one. I would say Weidman, Anderson Silva.
See, I don't never agree with that one.
You don't like that one?
Because I thought that. And it's the same with this one. Like, I thought for sure Holm was going to win.
Yeah. I know. Well, Matt's like a fucking genius. Like, I saw all the posts today. I'm like, wow, Matt, the bearded, you're not Matt. You're like the bearded one. You have like an official elite title. Now. Yeah.
Thank you.
You get to, I mean, you were right. You're pretty spot on with your analysis. Yeah. So it was definitely not something I expected to happen, but, you know, I didn't realize that she was training with that guy for like 20 years or something crazy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like,
it was wild.
What? Okay.
But, man.
Also, I will just say this. The EA Sports curse is real, I will say.
And how about the new covers that people are sending out of, like, Rhonda knocked out in there or getting her face knocked off? Like, wow.
She made the cover of the new UFC 2 game, which comes out spring 2016.
Do they keep her on there now?
Well, I'm sure they do.
They kind of have to, right?
I mean, they
can't back out because it looks like it's going to be her and Connor, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Just Connor?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do anything about it. I mean, it is, you got to kind of write that out.
I'm sure they haven't printed the covers yet, but maybe all the marketing's already done. I don't know.
We'll see. Well, that one will be interesting. They'll probably find a way to back out of. Maybe just Reebok will be on the cover.
I'll just say Reebok.
Yeah.
UFC 2.
They'll spell it wrong. That game. Or something.
All right, we got to get in touch with whoever's fucking in charge of that.
It's the same people.
Get some goddamn sample copies. I hope it's not a big steaming pile of turd. It better be better. Cause
I don't know. I gave my game away. Yeah. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. I played it for a couple weeks and I was like, yeah, it's best. I'm like, no, it fucking sucks. Like,
yeah, the THQ one was so much better. Yeah. And you go to the Pride tournament and all that stuff. I don't want to digress too much, but
yeah,
I'm just trying to look back through my notes on this fight and just again credit to Holly Holm, man. I'm just really impressed with all the other aspects of the game that I didn't think were there. And she looks pretty complete right now. I mean, yes, we got to see her on the ground some more.
Well,
but I mean, please don't make the rematch. Please let Rhonda just take some time off, do some soul searching.
Yeah.
Change your camps up and then come back. You know, everyone likes a comeback story, right? And maybe come back with a different attitude. I mean,
hey man, if John Jones can turn his life around, right? Potentially, so can Ronda Rousey. Mm-hmm. Maybe she comes back humbled, learned from her mistakes. The public will love that, right?
Sure.
I've learned, I've been humbled, blah, 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 blah. She just goes from complete heel to complete, like, loved, crazy champion, right?
Yes.
That could happen. She got to work on her striking, though, big time. It's funny, though, because I was just thinking, the women's MMA is so far behind, like, skill-wise.
So it's telling Pete, it's literally like UFC 1.
Yeah.
And it's almost, it's not 100% style versus style, but it's so old school because it's so new.
Yeah.
Which makes it exciting. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I was going so bananas when fucking
There's a vein popping out on your head.
Yeah,
like
I'm yelling, jumping, going berserk, like, fuck, yes! My dog comes down. She doesn't know what to do. She's trying to bite me. Like, what the fuck is this commotion? I'm just going to bite you. Like, what the fuck? Just awesome. Chill out, dog.
Yeah.
It's all good. All good. But that's why I love MMA, because anything can happen at any time, and when it does... Yeah. It's fucking beautiful.
There's a lot of good reaction. There's a video of Cowboy Cerrone going crazy.
There's
a bunch of good stuff.
Paul Felder.
Yeah. So it's weird, though. I did not expect this much, like, people just turning on her ass so fast. It's weird.
That's the thing that's a little concerning is how quickly everyone turns.
I mean, literally. Oh, you're the champion. Oh, no, you're not. Ha ha. You suck balls.
Yeah, and then all the memes of her everywhere. This and that, and there's some funny ones.
It's terrible. So
I guess that's how it goes sometimes, right?
Yeah. What else is happening this week?
Well, I think that's about it for fights, and just again credit to Holly Holm, your new champion. And then that fucks up the Cyborg fight. I have no interest in seeing Chris Cyborg versus Ronda Rousey right now.
Unless Cyborg loses also once, which could happen.
This is the fight that I expected Cyborg to do to Rousey. This is what I expect. Yes. This is like Cyborg fighting Gina Carano, how that was so one-sided. I mean, yes, Carano got mount a couple times in that fight, but still, when it was standing. Oh,
Ooh,
brutal.
there you go. Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey. Huh?
Okay, bring that one back. She's only been out for what, 5-6 years, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Fuck weight classes.
Yes.
We like thick women. Not thick like Rhonda, thick like Gina. Should be a song.
Mm-hmm.
How about, before we get out of that, what about Miesha Tate and her...
So cunty.
I can't beat her with
I hate to use that
the
word,
fist.
but definitely cunty.
Well, we'll use all sorts of words and fuck you, bitch. Good.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she always made it seem like Rhonda was the crazy one, right? But I mean, these women are all like.
She might have been drunk. I think she was at a strip club hosting a viewing party, so
Oh.
might have been taken out of context. When you're
Oh, yeah.
hammered, you're probably gonna be saying a lot of fucking
Okay.
shit. Might
Anyways.
be racist. I don't know.
Racist and yeah, well, never. I mean, drunk or not drunk, she's definitely
You're
like
a public
poor
figure. You gotta
sport.
watch
You
what you're
gotta-
saying
yeah.
in public.
It's funny that these people never learn. Like, you know,
Well,
if I had this kind of money, I'd have someone around me 24/7 to tell me to shut the fuck up. Like as soon as no. Like, just somebody just says no. Like a dog, just smack me. No,
Yeah.
just smack me in the face.
You
Okay,
need
fine.
a shock collar
Yeah.
and just fucking anytime you get a line.
Okay, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Just literally
Uh,
pay somebody to tell me no all day long.
Exactly. That's a good move.
No. Yes. But yeah, you know, women are gonna be women.
Yeah.
Right?
So as we're moving out of this, let's talk about buy rates.
Mhm.
So they broke the attendance record. They have 56,000 people. So it's the most.
Did you see this fucking seating
Oh,
at this
so
place though?
ridiculous. It was so
they
awesome.
zip tied like plastic lawn chairs together for the.
Yeah. But that's what I want to do is pay thousands of dollars and then sit in a plastic lawn chair.
Like the kind that you buy that
Like
you
a
go.
$10
that you
chair.
sit-
at the
that, like
it's at
the
the
one
dollar
leg
store.
breaks off because it's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's-
you kick the leg and it's breaking
Done.
jackass style.
Yep. Awesome.
Great. And then, what do you think the buy rate's going to be for UFC 193? They're saying it's breaking all the records.
I would say
Because remember the
850.
Vetch fight, didn't that do 900,000?
Oh, I don't remember. Did it do that much?
It was crazy
Oh, wow.
big.
Okay.
So
Maybe I'll change my prediction. 1.2.
that's what I'm
it
thinking.
really
It's
that
over
high?
a million.
Wow.
It's over
Okay.
a million.
Can it be that high? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because look at how many celebrities just to the lead up to the fight when they had all the embedded shows, like all the people saying, "Oh, Ronda Rousey this, Ronda Rousey
Yeah.
that," and Barbara Walters even had a special message for her. Like, what the fuck is going on? When did
Weird.
she transcend the sport?
Yeah. Well, the happenings from the other night were all over the news, even local news this morning. ABC 7. I'm like, this is weird. They're talking about fucking MMA on like my local news station. That's strange. I've never had that happen before. So apparently a big deal.
Yeah.
Eh,
So buy rate high.
1.2.
Yeah.
Like 2
I
million.
think so.
Much.
And then I
Crazy.
think Goldberg should probably lay off the Quaaludes.
Why?
He was just really slow in saying his sentences.
But weren't they in like far away
Yeah.
land?
So it was like super early in the morning. And then he was saying some stupid shit during the fight too. And Rogan's like, what the fuck are you talking? Well, it's hard to be a rock star and carry cardio or something. Rogan's going, what the fuck are you talking about? She's getting punched in the face. Of course she's not going to have cardio. It has nothing to do with her being a rock star. I'm like, whoa. Kudos on Rogan too for calling it straight up and unbiased for a change.
Okay.
That was refreshing because I remember a podcast with him and Cowboy Cerrone and Rogan saying how Rousey's striking is so technically perfect and this and that. And Cowboy calling him on it, going, "What are you talking about? She's just swinging
Yeah.
wild." So no, all right, enough of the fucking. I'm done.
There's no
Let's get out of
fight
Rhonda.
companion, but yeah.
Well, there's supposed to be a Rogan and Dana White podcast coming. I don't know if they're doing it on the plane back, but that's coming.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Yes,
I like
it's a long
that.
flight.
It is.
Was that 12 plus hours to here to fucking Australia?
Oh yeah, more than that. Like probably 20 hours, 21 hours, something crazy. It's a fucking haul. So further
right.
than China. So I got other news. Are you ready for
Just
the news?
one last thing about UFC 193. Frank Mir back as an analyst on
Oh, yeah.
Fox.
And he was quite good.
He's the best,
Not
man.
part of
He's
that.
the best. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Just don't threaten to kill Brock Lesnar.
no. No
Although I
chance.
think you could get away with that shit now.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Rhonda said she wanted to kill somebody.
Nice.
Or that was her mother. I don't know.
all the same.
Crazy is
Crazy
as
man.
crazy does.
Yes.
All right. What do you got?
All right. In other news, all right, we have Mirko Cro Cop announcing his retirement a couple of days ago.
I'm just drinking now. Fucking.
And the world was sad. And then the next day, Mirko Cro Cop, desperate, admitting to using growth hormone for his existing shoulder injury.
Bingo.
So I find that interesting. What are your thoughts, Matt?
This is, remember last week we talked about, hey, USADA has done all this random drug testing, and it's the damnedest thing. They've caught exactly zero. And you made this eye thing like this. I'm like, what are you, Michael Bispinging me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrong eye.
And then like 3 days later, wow, first positive drug test. And it wasn't even a positive drug test. It was a self-admission that he was doing HGH because his shoulder is all jacked up.
Bummer. I'm going to go ahead and say this tarnishes his legacy. Just a little.
Why?
I don't know.
It's everybody is doing something.
Sure. At the same time, it's like, who cares? Because he hasn't really fought in a while. And last few times he fought, it wasn't really all that exciting. I don't know. I mean, and then you make the case for this whole, like, Mark Hunt, fucking Silva, which had like one of the greatest heavyweight fights in history when they were on this. When
Silva, Bigfoot
Silva was on the TRT,
and he needs it.
Yeah, and then now you have this like one-sided ass beating with a one-punch finish. So I go, who cares? Let him be on. I think I'm on your side now. I feel.
Oh shit! Swayed him.
I'm defecting.
You want some syringes?
TRT Vitor. I mean, these things are all like better for the sport, right? It's more exciting.
Well,
it's a better product.
Extending their longevity in the sport. So maybe at age 35, we just say fuck it. We're gonna let you do what you want to do.
Whatever you want.
We'll monitor you so you don't go to 1,500 testosterone level. But hey, you want to run 1,000? We'll let you run 1,000. But
it's sad.
Can both guys just agree we're going to use something to extend our careers? Because fuck.
Yeah.
Because you're going to start seeing it. People aren't going to be able to fight until their 40s. This Dan Henderson stuff, gone. I mean, he's probably going to, like we were talking before, probably going to retire. But
I hope so.
I don't think, with the exception of heavyweight. Heavyweight is the only weight class where you're going to see the older guys because it's typically, you can have a longer career at heavyweight, which seems weird. But the older guys, if you looked at the average age of UFC fighter, heavyweight's the oldest class.
Maybe because speed is not such a huge factor.
Yeah, speed goes as you get older. It's not. It's not like the
power sticks around
class.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, Mirko. Sorry, man. I mean, I still. He came out and admitted it probably because he didn't want to get caught. Well,
I'm gonna throw the conspiracy out there. They wouldn't let him wear his patented shorts, like the checkerboard. And he asked Reebok if they could incorporate that design in. No good, Ingo. Fuck you. In your legendary shorts, you can't have them. So he questioned that, said it was a shit deal. And then I'm wondering if this is a spite. Oh, you don't like the Reebok deal? Oh, well, you fail a drug test. And it's self-admission.
Yes. Who knows? Because he's fucking in the middle of nowhere in like Croatia or some shit. This is like news coming out of like Siberia.
It's like triple translated.
He's like, wait, I didn't even. What drug test? I didn't even take a drug test. What are you guys talking about? It's like, you're retired.
I was baking a cake.
How
I don't know
like
what you guys are talking about.
Come back and say something. You're retired.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking done. Anyways, I don't know. That's all the news I got. You got anything else?
Just one more. Just Vitor Belfort's wife saying that he's lost millions of dollars in scholarships.
Scholarship money.
No kids are going to college ever.
Right.
And sponsorship money because of the Reebok deal. And there was who's that popular soccer player?
Ronaldo?
Yeah. He's got a management company that they just fired all of their UFC fighters because they don't like the Reebok deal.
Sure.
Vitor Belfort, I forgot the other two fighters, all from Brazil. And it's just more negative every week. Another Reebok. Surprised we didn't, trash another country in the process of, oh, you're German? Swastikas.
It's coming, man. I'm sure they'll do something totally tasteless regarding like France next.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something because Ronda Rousey lost. So you gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Oh yeah.
You know, like a super match between Rousey and Cyborg.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Fuck Reebok. And their fucking asses. Unless they sponsor us, then we love Reebok.
No, we had those discussions. We're not fucking done. No, sorry. It's not worth your blood money.
Working with them is like pulling fucking teeth anyways, right?
Yes.
A lot of smoke and mirrors.
Exactly. Ask the nuts. Justin, Dr. Bound Carter. This is a very Ronda Rousey heavy.
Do you have any non-Ronda Rousey questions?
No.
Okay.
So we'll rapid fire. What percentage of Ronda tit huggers do you think fall off at this point, and do you think Ronda can actually close the gap, especially with the movie schedule?
I think a lot of people, like half, she'll lose, honestly. But I do think she can close the gap. I mean, she's an Olympian. She can, with the right coaching. Dude, the game plan it was just fucking stupid to try to chase down a striker. If they both just try to play it smarter, she has a chance against somebody who can strike very well, but not running around trying to chase her and throw bomb haymakers for like freaking 5 minutes. It's
works.
It's not going to work. So yes, I think with a good coach like a Firas Zahabi, really great, somebody who can work striking into her game plan that makes sense for her, definitely could be very competitive against any female out there. So yeah, that's my opinion. What do you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Adrian Mitzgitz.
Is he from like Norway or some shit?
Yeah.
Sweden, yeah.
Something. Cyborg versus Rhonda. That's all he says.
Yeah.
Ain't
like you
happening.
said, don't care.
Anthony the Phoenix Kagami. How many useless Rhonda headlines are we finally going to be spared now that she's been exposed?
None, because it's still all over everything, everywhere.
It's not going away.
No.
That's all these questions. Ryan Smith. Safe to say Miesha Tate is the second happiest woman in MMA at the moment? Who would be first happiest? Holly?
Holly Holm, maybe, I guess. Cyborg is pretty happy, too. Does Miesha get her title shot? I hope so.
She should. Hopefully the fans will uproar enough to say, no immediate rematch.
No, we don't want that.
Miesha Tate, deserving of the title shot. Like to see it.
Absolutely.
Aurelius Goldim Soy. You think Ronda's coach is jealous of Travis Browne?
He might be. There's some weird shit going on there. It's creepiness.
He's trying to do his Svengali stuff. Hey, baby, it's all right. You're still the champ. You were won the whole fight. You're still the champ.
That's creepy factor.
I'm going to take that belt.
I don't like that guy.
No.
He's super creepy.
Her mom's got it right.
Yeah.
Is it time for Ronda to change camps?
Yes.
Justin Dr. Brown Carter, who hit the better stanky leg, Rhonda or Rashad?
Definitely Rashad. Still.
Damn right. I agree. Follow up. Do you think Brendan Schaub was right when he said Rhonda was surrounded by yes men?
Yes, of course.
I think her mom said that too.
Yes.
Rodrigo Machado, is this the biggest upset since Sarah versus GSP?
Yes.
No, that is the biggest upset.
No, he said since.
Oh, well,
so
yes.
He's comparing it. He's saying Sarah GSP was the last great upset.
Okay.
This is another one. I agree.
Yes. On paper. Also, do you guys think that Misha Bitch Tate will ever fight for the title again? Pound sign nuts rule.
Yes. Then thank you for the pound sign. I think she should get the title shot, and I think she will get her ass kicked. Judging by the performance that Holm put on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Ray can. If Rousey can't take her down, how the hell is Tate going to take her down? So
that's a good question.
Unless she tests positive for PADs. Whole thing's null and void.
Yeah, I'm gonna,
that would be fucking awesome.
That's another conspiracy theory. USADA's going to come out. It's a damnless thing. We drug tested her. We found 18 different supplements in her, mostly rectally.
Yeah, no contest.
EPO, testosterone, epitestosterone, decadecasterone. Like, whoa, what the fuck are you on, lady?
You're young guy.
She has a cock and balls down there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, speaking of those drug tests, I forgot. Mark Hunt took a drug test, and apparently he couldn't piss, and he's like, I gotta take a shit. And that guy made him, he watched him take a shit. How invasive are you guys gonna be? Really?
Oh, hey, what about that job? You have to watch a 300-pound man take a shit. That's awesome.
I got a shit, and then I got piss, all right? You gonna watch me shit? Great. Don't touch anything.
Oh God, it's bad enough when my 2-year-old has a fucking nasty bowel movement. I can imagine like she's like 31 pounds. This person's 10 times that size.
Oh my God. Toilet clogger.
Crazy.
Katie Christensen. More pay-per-view buys. UFC 194 or Rousey versus Holm 2.
That's too far in the future for me to understand. If they do it right now, I don't think it's that exciting. If they do it in a year from now and Rousey has a win and Holm has a couple defenses, I think that's huge. But I still say 194, if everybody stays healthy, we got a couple weeks to go.
You just fucked us.
If everybody stays healthy, knock on the wood, will be one of the biggest cards ever in UFC history. So,
And there's a rumor that Jose Aldo's injured.
that's flying around. Is that really true?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Didn't Chael
Usually
Sonnen
where
start
there's
that
smoke, there's fire, right?
Chael Sonnen started that rumor.
I'm just saying.
Fucking Chael Sonnen.
Didn't he pull out the last fight? Injured, broken ribs.
He did, yeah.
Didn't they buy him a bulletproof vest? I thought Lorenzo sent him one. Make sure his ribs don't get hurt.
Oh, maybe. I don't remember. Bulletproof vest.
Something. Last question. Andrew Lara. Chances Rhonda quits MMA and pursues other things like acting.
That is a tough one. It's possible.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance that she just steps away from everything. I don't know. I'm thinking about her Olympic career and her being so short as far as like getting the gold medal. You know, she got the bronze. I think that's been eating on her, and that's why she was able to be determined enough to get the UFC belt. But now losing it, how do you handle it? How do you respond?
Well, it will show the true sign of her champion. This could be her GSP moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be the thing that makes her so unstoppable that she'll dominate for fucking ever, you know? Or it could be the thing that breaks her to the point where she's never the same. You know, it's tough. It's one of those moments where you got to go left or right on the road, you know? And who knows which way is the right way.
Or you just go straight.
Go straight.
Forward. Fuck angles. What are angles, Ingo? I like to go straight and just get my fucking clock handled.
She just go train with Arlovsky then. Life is good.
That's true.
Yes. His game plan is similar. Straightforward, straight back.
That's right. I had a video. I can't pull it up for some reason. Superheroes MMA fighting.
Okay.
I can't. It's not working, but
I'll show you a video. I saw that video, I think, before. Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Having a normal house party
totally
at 5 a.m.
this.
Check it out. There he goes. Fucking November 10th, 2015 at 5:16 a.m. Vegas time, throwing money everywhere. There's like thongs and asses shaking and music. And
wow.
It looks like it was recorded in like 1990. I'm not sure why that is, but
because I think it's on a VHS tape. When is the last time you've seen a timestamp like that?
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, but whatever. There's a lot of ass in this video.
With that.
I guess he likes his
party.
He likes his women dark. There's not a single white woman in this video.
I think that one on the right is white.
Which one?
Like on the ground, with all the tats.
Oh, maybe. Could be. Hard to say.
She's pretty juicy.
But, I mean,
I can support the cause of juicy women.
Sure. Hey, and you know the man's got money. He's burned money before, so if he wants to,
well, I got a problem with that.
I do too, but
don't burn money.
I'm just saying, you know.
What else is going on? Anything else? We could just shut it down.
We can shut it down.
All right.
Play Destiny. Yeah. Be cool.
This guy's trying to keep me up to 3 a.m. every day. It's fucking play.
I'm addicted.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous.
I gotta get out.
I'm going to try not to play tonight because I don't want to. Okay. So I'm gonna go home.
But if you're gonna, I'm gonna be up till 2. Okay. So I'm just saying, if you want to play,
I have to be places in the morning, so it's just ridiculous. I may or may not. I'm gonna go home and watch The Walking Dead and see what the fuck's going on there. I want to know what happened. Is Glenn dead or not? I do not know. No one knows.
We'll I know.
You know.
Glenn's dead.
Glenn's dead. How do you know?
I don't watch the show. I know things, Ingo.
Okay.
Some would call me a prophet.
Well, in the comic books, he's definitely dead at some point. But if it's weird because the comics are different than the similar but different, so like different storylines, yes. Kind of weirdness. So, but yeah, Destiny has got me by the balls right now. That raid made everything worse. Was it Friday night?
Yeah, it was Friday night.
Yeah. So a couple nights ago, we're fucking raiding, and it's like 5 hours later, and we still stuck in like halfway. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute, why am I so frustrated? But I'm still having fun, but I'm mad now, and I want to do better. And now I'm like on a mission. I gotta get the gear. I gotta know what I'm doing. I gotta get in the game. You know.
But it was fun because we had 6 people. We knew
Yeah.
everybody that was playing.
Yep.
We're all goofing around and fucking around.
Yeah. Being silly.
Yeah.
That's some hard shit, though. I will say.
Yeah, I want to say this. Whoever created all that jumping shit, fuck you. That is the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to be, hey, look at me. I jumped on this platform. Now I jump on that platform.
Mike said it gets worse. There's another worse one.
Worse than
I
that?
think so.
Well, it's okay. As long as you're not Warlock.
there's one
that
more.
jump sucks with the Warlock.
So,
Anyway, that's where we'll be, in the ether.
Yes. Be well. My name is Ingo Weigold.
Matt Griffith. Thanks for playing, kids.